As kids grow up, they start to get a different language, and as they're learning their language, it's kind of hard to understand what they're saying sometimes. And so, as a parent, oftentimes when my kids say words, people will automatically look at me to figure out what they said, and I can understand them right away. This is what they said, and it got me to thinking about something that's true. Other people can't understand what they're saying all the time because they're not with them all the time. But me being with my kids all the time, I get that familiarity. I get that understanding of what's going on. And the truth is, we're all in this situation when it comes to our family. No, not necessarily with what the people in our family are saying, but more so, we have this familiarity with our family. We know what they do. We know how they talk. We know their personalities because we spend so much time with them. And the family unit is so important. It's very important for us to look at because the family has some of the most influential parts in our entire life because we spend the most time with our family. But let's be honest, sometimes spending time with our family, it can get a little aggravating. We know how to get under each other's skin. We know how to annoy each other. We know how to do all of this different stuff. And honestly, we become comfortable in our family. And so what happens oftentimes is we end up treating other people better than we treat our own family. Well, last week we started a Devo series called Purpose Driven and looked at our purpose as a believer. But this week I want to take a deep dive into understanding our purpose in our family, because here's the truth. We are around our family more than we're around anyone else. And if we're going to live out the purpose that God has for us, we need to understand what our purpose and our function is in our family. Well, this week we have a bonus scripture, so we're going to read two Family Devo scriptures together now. Exodus 20:12. Honor your father and your mother. Galatians 5:13. For you were called to freedom, brothers. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another. So I'm here with Briley, and Briley, this is a very important concept for us to talk about. We're understanding our purpose in our family. I think the family often gets overlooked because there's such that comfortability there. We know our family's going to be there. We know they're the ones that are going to have our backs. And so the unfortunate reaction a lot of times to this truth is we overlook the family and we don't treat them the same way we treat other people. I know I find myself, unfortunately, falling into that trap, but the Bible gives clear commands of how we should live out in the purpose of our family. And I gave two scriptures here because I want to look at two different sides of it. But the first side I want to look at is, as students watching this devotional, we have to understand that we have to have an honor for our father and our mother. But I feel like honoring our father and our mother goes beyond just obeying what they say. So can you talk about, in your household, what does it mean for you to honor your father and mother?
So yeah, definitely in my household, you obviously want to obey your father and mother, listen to their commands, like what they want you to do, but also I would also say with the respect your parents. Don't go treating your friends better than you treat your parents. Obviously, we should also treat our friends right, but our parents have a high authority, and we want to treat them with respect. And if they ask us to do something, do it. Don't get under their skin and make them mad when they're already in a mood. That is not a good thing to do. But I would definitely say respect goes a long way for sure.
Yeah, and you said about a high authority. I love that because the Bible teaches us that all authority is ordained by God. And so that respect of that authority, viewing them as an authority, not an authority of you're the boss of me and you have to do what I say, but more so an authority that God has placed in our lives. And I think, like you're saying with respect, I think it goes as far as well as to say, how can I make things easier for you? Because a lot of times we obey, like mom says, clean your room. We obey, but it comes with 17 times of back talking and her having to ask,
Mm-hmm.
And so just making it easier, doing it the first time she asked, or not even having to ask, or just making things easier in the house, seeing things that need to be done. I think this concept's good for you in a Christian home, but the reality is, unfortunately, not every student listening to this is in a Christian home. And so I would ask, if I'm not in a Christian home, Obviously, sometimes the things my parents are asking of me go against my morals and my beliefs. And so oftentimes people say, I can't honor my father and mother when they're telling me to do things that are unbiblical. And obviously, we have to stick to our faith there, but I think that's where it goes beyond the obedience. So, what would you suggest to somebody that's not in a Christian home, how they can be a godly example by honoring their father and mother in their household?
Yeah, so for sure, I'd also say still respect them. Still like respect what they, but also like stick with your beliefs too. Pray to God and just ask Him, like, God, just to help me with this, strengthen me through this, and maybe you can even be an influence to your parents just to help them get on track and find who Jesus really is.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Honoring and respecting them, interceding, praying for them, being the influence. Because like we said, they're around us more than they're around anybody else. And if anybody is going to lead them to Christ, it's going to be us. And I think a lot of times what we do is, oh, they're not Christian, I don't have to listen to them. Well, no, that's not quite how it works. If unchristian mom wants you to clean the dishes, you still got to clean the dishes. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, just setting that example and realizing that you have the opportunity to reach them. You should honor them with the mindset of this: is what I'm going to do going to lead them closer to Christ? That's how we should live our lives. But let's switch gears and go more towards the siblings. You have a few siblings, and I'm sure your relationship with your siblings is always peachy and dandy, and there's never issues, and y'all just love each other all the time. Probably what's more realistic is you tend to sometimes get under each other's skin, aggravate each other. Of course you love each other, but like you said, we're around each other all the time, that familiarity. So the Galatians scripture talks about serving. How can we adopt a servant mindset when it comes to our interactions with our siblings? They're not in authority over us, but we should serve one another. How can we serve our siblings even though they're going to get under our skin? How can we serve them even when they are getting under our skin? Just talk about the servant mindset with our siblings.
Yeah, for sure. So with me, I'm the oldest of 6 kids. So obviously I have a lot of them younger and that are looking up to me. So I would also say, like, obviously respect them, they'll respect you. Don't go treating them like a dog. That's not the right thing to do at all. But I would also say, like, pray for them. And if they need help with anything, help them out with that. If they're struggling with their relationship with God, show them the example, show them the godly example that they need. Read the Bible in front of them, get them together, do a Bible study with them about your relationship. I know me and my sister, we don't always get along the best. We really don't. And something I definitely want to work on with her is starting a Bible study, trying to make sure we're on the same page here. And yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I think all of us could say if we have siblings, at some point or another, we don't get along with them, and there's that aggravation. Of course we love them. There's just that tension. But I think your mindset with it, what you're saying is, hey, that's there, but I'm going to take the humility to say, let's just be better. And I found I'm the youngest of 4, and I have found that humility often is very, very difficult when it comes to our siblings because they know us best. But regardless, it's a call of God to serve one another, to take that low position so that others might be elevated and pushed closer to Christ. So the family dynamic is hard, obviously, but if we're going to live this faith out, purpose-driven, we have to understand our role in our family. We're around our family constantly. We have the greatest influence on them simply by proximity and time spent, and they have the greatest influence on us for the same reasons. So understanding your purpose in your family is crucial for you to living out a purpose-driven life in your walk with God. So let's talk about these things now in our family devotional question.